For the next wine, we have Dominio de la Vega Reserva Especial from Spain.
From Spain, yeah. So Cava actually can be made in several different areas of Spain, and this one's coming from Hotel Requena. So this is coming from actually right near Valencia. Or how would you say it?
Valencia.
It's perfect. But like all cava, thank you so much, made in the traditional method, just like champagne. So it rests on the lees and gets all that really creamy, lovely character. This one's mostly Macabeo, which is a traditional...
As they say, hey, Macabeo. But it's also rounded up. So there's a number of grapes that are allowed for cava, right?
Correct.
Xarel-lo, Parellada, Macabeo, Chardonnay. This one is specifically only 2.
Right, so the traditional grape of Macabeo and then Chardonnay to round it out, give it a little bit more of that creaminess.
Now, I get, obviously, the color. Look, that intensity, like that flashy gold. But also, there's a beautiful nutty component aroma that I find often in champagne. What do we have here? A little bit of a oak influence,
Well, it is also Reserva, so it spends about 18 months on the lees, so it picks up that creamy brioche thing. And then, yes, they use a little bit of French oak to really, I think, elevate and make this a really elegant, really long lasting flavor. Cava. Very
a worthy
rich.
Part of the Decanter Club, like it's been featured. And we have great wine. Yeah, this is not shy. This is not your grandma's cava, if you will. This is not... This has a lot of elegance.
This is absolutely a more serious style of cava, really on par with the great sparkling wines of the world, and deserving at a place on the table with a lot of different types of food.
I would love to have it at home and just stock it up and just blind people on it because it really stands up. Now, food pairings. We were talking about unexpected food pairings, as the theme goes. What were you thinking?
Well, the richness of this, but because it's sparkling, has that really cleansing finish. I was thinking tomato bisque, like creamy tomato soup, like picks up that umami and that earthiness from the Macabeo, from the tomato, and then really kind of cuts through. And soup can be kind of tricky to pair sometimes because you're not really dealing with much texture difference. They're both liquids. Yeah. So I really like having sparkling wine that really cleanses the palate, and especially with a creamy bisque.
And that a little bit of pastry.
And the pastry or brioche that comes with tomato bisque picks up on that brioche flavor in the wine. But not something you typically think. We think of sparkling wines and we think of oysters and shellfish, but...
It's always an easy bet, right? But champagne goes... truly, undisputably, with everything, every part of a meal. This one in particular, I love where your head's at. Because of the richness, the umami that tomatoes bring in, the flavors, the textures, and also the heat from the soup is a factor here. And this baby will just chip it up and bring a little higher. Very tasty. Super excited for this. It is definitely going to live in our fridge. And I hope that recipe of the tomato bisque is already on the works.